Ladies and gentlemen, I bring your attention to the time and now declare the meeting open at 6 p.m. On behalf of the City of Kalgoorlie-Boulder, I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land on which we meet today. I'd also like to pay my respects to elders past and present. I will now read the disclaimer to the room. Please note this meeting is being recorded and streamed live on Council's website in accordance with the City's public participation in Council meeting policy, which can be viewed on the Council's website. All reasonable care is taken to maintain your privacy. However, as a visitor in the public gallery, your presence may be recorded. By remaining in the public gallery, it is assumed your consent is given if your image is broadcast. The recommendations contained in this agenda are officers' recommendations only and should not be acted upon until Council has resolved to adopt those recommendations. The resolution of Council should be confirmed by perusing the minutes of Council meeting at which these recommendations were considered. Members of the public should also note that they act at their own risk if they enact any resolution prior to receiving official written notification of Council's decision. Tonight we have in attendance Councillor Bodica, Councillor Winner, Councillor O'Donnell, Councillor Viskovich, and we'll welcome Councillor Brownlee to the meeting as well, and the Deputy Mayor Della. And from our staff, we have Acting CEO Mia Hicks, Director of Engineering Louis Camparelli, Director of Corporate and Commercial Glenda Abraham, Acting Executive Manager for Finance Casey Radford, Governance Officer Evelyn Addison, Governance Officer Jamie Boys, ICT Systems Administrations Rajan Pajapati, and Head of Marketing Pia Tamu. I'd also like to welcome visitors and press, but there are none. Apologies for this evening from members of staff. Tonight, our apologies are from CEO Andrew Bryan, Director of Development and Growth Alex Weiss, Executive Manager for Finance Zandra Curnow, and Executive Manager for Governance and Risk Services Francis Liston. Our leave of absence we previously approved for the following elected members: our Mayor, Glenn Wilson, who is on leave from the 3rd to the 11th of June 2024, Councillor Wayne Johnson, who is on leave from the 1st of June to the 5th, 2024, and Councillor Nadia Turner, who is on leave from the 23rd of May to the 13th of June 2024. Public access time, we have nil. Public question time, nil. Petitions, deputations and presentations, we have nil. And notifications of interest affecting impartiality, nil. Finance interest, nil. And proximity interest, nil. Applications for leave, we have Councillor Bodica tonight for the 15th of June to the 22nd of June on personal leave. Could I please have a mover? Thank you, Councillor Winner, and a seconder, Councillor Viskovich. I'll put that one to the vote if everyone would raise their hands. Moved 6-0. Yep. Thank you. We have a recommended procedural motion this evening that Section 9.1 of the Standing Orders Local Law 2013, which requires members of Council to rise to speak, be suspended. Can I please have a mover for that motion? Councillor Bodica, and a seconder, Councillor Viskovich. Is there any dissent? Carried 6-0. We have one report to consider tonight. That is 9.1.1, Notice of Intention to Levy Differential Rates for 2024-2025. can I have a mover? Councillor Bodica, and a seconder, Councillor Winner. Does the mover wish to speak? No comment. Does the seconder wish to speak?
Thank you very much. I speak tonight in favour of this motion as it's a motion to simply allow the proposed rates model to be advertised publicly and invite submissions and comments from ratepayers and electors. It is not a debate or a vote on what rates will actually be set at. It is not a debate or a discussion on the proposed 11% increase in total rates revenue, which actually consists of the proposed residential rates within the officer's report of 7.74%, or that many will actually pay less in the rates in the dollar than what they were previously. It is not even a debate on the reasons as to why the proposed rates figures are being proposed, including following the recent Valuer General's property valuations, which has pushed an increase onto the city of an average of 53%. It is simply a vote on allowing the differential rates model and minimum payments to be publicly advertised with information on what this actually means to our community. It is simply a vote to allow our community to see how these proposed differential rates are about minimising costs to our residents while seeing a greater contribution sought from our mining and workforce accommodation sectors. Tonight's motion is an important step to allow community feedback and assist elected members to make a clear and informed decision on rates when the timing is right. I hope my fellow councillors around the table will vote in favour of this to allow us to proceed to the next steps involved in this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Winner. Is there a speaker against? A speaker for? Speaker against? Speaker for? Okay, if there's... I'll take this opportunity to rise if there's no other speakers for or against. I'll actually stay seated because I don't need to rise, but... I'd like to thank Councillor Winner for his comments, and I'd also like to draw your attention, as Councillor Winner said, to the officer's recommendation that Council endorse differential rates modelling. The purpose of the resolution is to commence advertising for the community to provide feedback for a 21-day period. The rates model being considered is an 11% increase to the overall rates revenue, but this does not mean residents will receive an 11% increase in their rates. The Valuer General information indicates increases in the gross rental values impacting this rates modelling and ensures residents are least impacted through fairer rating categories. And if there's no further comment, I'll ask the mover for the right of reply. Thank you. And is there any dissent? With no dissent, the motion is carried 6-0. And with that, I now declare the meeting closed at 6:08 p.m. and would like to thank you all for your attendance. Thank you, councillors, thank you, staff, and thank you, members of the public and media.